Soli Deo Gloria, once again, 13 letters.
Before I was brought to church, I never really believed in God, never believed in Jesus, never believed in the Bible. I know people that did, but it was never really a part of my life. People that did were either brought up that way or were just gullible. So last year, I got brought to church by one of my friends. I learned about Jesus, I learned about God, I learned about the Bible, but I never really believed it. I just kind of knew what it was on about.
A letter from the wise, the book of Romans.
Last summer holidays, called up one of my friends and borrowed a book he told me about, The Case for Christ. It talks about all the evidence for the Bible, if Jesus lived, if he died, if he rose again, and if he was God. And I read through all of that and came to the end of it and was kind of, everything I knew had just been washed away, and I was just left with this knowledge of Jesus and knowing that he was real.
The charges and say it's not for me. Everybody's guilty.
That was really hard to get my head around because I'd never really believed in God. So it took me a while, and I spent a week kind of praying but not really know why I'm praying. I was just praying to God, saying, if you're there, show me that you're there. At church that week, I decided I've got to give myself to this. It's true. I've got to live my life that way, and I prayed at the end and became a Christian. I still had questions. I didn't know all the answers. I still had doubts, but I think ultimately I knew what happened at the cross, that Jesus lived a perfect life, that he died for me, and that he rose again, and he was God. And knowing that was all I needed to know. I could put my trust in him, and then all my other questions I can just get answered along the way. I'm really grateful for my friends in the whole journey I went in. They'd bring me along, they'd just be so loving towards me, they'd encourage me, they'd answer my questions, they'd put my doubts to rest, and without them there, I'd have no reason to come back, really. I'm really thankful to God for saving me, for bringing me to church and saving me, who was once arguing against God, and he'd saved me now to argue for God and to bring friends to church. Now that I'm a Christian, I've got hope for the future, and I know that when I die, I'll go to heaven and we'll all just be hanging with God. It'll be mad, and I know that my new friends that have become Christians will be there. I know that the people that brought me to church will be there, and it really just pushes me to invite more people so all of my friends can enjoy heaven as well, and they can enjoy God.
So in view of God's mercies, we remove our worldly uniforms and throw on crucified jerseys. Holy and acceptable, ruled by the divine, Jesus. Being transformed by renewal of the mind. Yeshua's design.